The air didn't just vibrate, it screamed. Structural alarms were wailing so loud I thought the bastion's core might melt through the lunar crust. And there she was, Sloan Vance, in the center of that shimmering gravity well, moving like a blur of chrome and muscle while the rest of us were being pinned to the floor by the sheer weight of the air. Truth is, I've never seen a body move like that under 4.8 G. It was evolutionary overkill. She wasn't just standing. She was accelerating. Every strike, every pivot, it was like watching a star collapse and take the whole room with it. I saw Kalen's face behind the reinforced booth glass. He looked like he'd just realized he was standing on the tracks of a runaway freight train. But wait, it didn't start like that. Maybe we all assumed she was just another fragile recruit from some soft corner of the galaxy. That's the problem with the Apex Vanguard. Sometimes we get too used to the legends and forget the universe is a big, mean place. Warden Kalen pulled her file. He's a Kalari, built like a tank and twice as mean. Decades spent breaking the best warriors in the quadrant. And I watched him look at Sloan Vance like she was made of glass. To him, she was just another Terran, small, light, definitely not Vanguard material. That arrogance of experience, you know? He wanted to prove a point. Show the whole moon base Vesper that humans were just a cosmic fluke, a mistake needing correction by a little pressure. So he gets her into the variable gravity chamber. I was there, leaned against the outer rail, thinking it would be a quick washout. Kalen started her on a standard workout, but I saw his hand hovering over the override. He bumped it to 2.5 G almost immediately. Sloan didn't even blink. She kept her rhythm. Rhythmic calisthenics, perfectly timed. Weirdly beautiful. Kalen got frustrated. He pushed it to 3.5 G. That's when things started getting heavy. I could feel it through the floorboards, boots weighed like lead. Spectators pressed against the observation glass, whispering. Everyone wondered when she'd drop. But she stayed upright. Sharp, crisp, terrifyingly fast. Then Kalen pulled up her planetary file on the main console. His eyes went wide, reflecting the neon amber of the warning lights. Category X hazard sphere biologicals. Data on terror. He realized he wasn't looking at a victim. He was looking at a predator forged in a furnace we couldn't imagine. He had no idea what he'd invited into his house. Then Kalen lost it. Slammed it all the way to 4.8 G. Pure desperation. Structural alarms weren't just wailing. They were screaming. Floor plates groaned. Suddenly, none of us were standing. The gravity bleed slammed us into the deck. Observation booths felt like they'd collapse on top of us. But Sloan didn't drop. Didn't even buckle. Through the shimmering heat, I saw her accelerate. While Kalen gasped, pinned against his console, Sloan Vance launched into high-speed combat sequences. Terrifying. Every punch carried the momentum of a falling moon. Every kick could shatter titanium. She moved through 4.8 G like a warm summer breeze back on her homeworld. That's when it clicked. Earth wasn't just another planet. It was a Category X hazard sphere, where everything tried to kill you every second. Sloan wasn't just a soldier. She was evolutionary overkill, a masterpiece. The facility couldn't hold much more. Sparks flew. Emergency technicians scrambled, screaming for system overrides. Amber lights flashed. Stabilizers roared. And then the power cut. Gravity snapped back to lunar standard so fast I felt like I'd float off the floor. Total mess. Kalen ended up in the medbay, internal bruising, enough muscle strain to bench him for a month. Instructor license suspended before he even woke. I leaned against the door frame when Sloan walked in. Not tired. Not winded. Maybe just getting started. Carrying a small container, a Terran caffeine brew, I think a peace offering. She set it on the table next to Kalen's bed and looked at him with a terrifyingly bright smile. The guy was wrapped in more bandages than a mummy, and she leaned in close. Didn't yell. Didn't gloat. Just looked him in the eye and asked if they could really push it during the next session. I've never seen a veteran drill master look that scared in my life.